Hello? Hi, it's me, CryptoClick. Yeah, I notice you're trading on crypto exchanges, but without any benefits at all? That's madness. You know, I've been made an affiliate partner with pretty much every exchange out there, so if you want to get some benefits, you might as well set up exchanges with the links that I've got in the video description or in my Telegram and Discord. You can get welcome bonuses for signing up, or even better, up to 20% off all your trading fees for life. Yeah, I know, what a treat. So next time you fancy setting up an exchange, use some of the links that I've got in my video description, because otherwise you're mugging yourself off. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a think about Bitcoin and altcoins alike, with Ethereum basically helping altcoins move. Ethereum's getting that extra push because it's moving from proof of work to proof of stake, for whatever that means. Yeah, I mean, obviously I know what it means, but why is that in any way, shape or form bullish? Not entirely sure, but people seem to be enjoying that move. And me too, obviously. Bought Ethereum back at $160, so I'm quite happy to see it move. But I mean, I don't understand why it's such a bullish event. Anyway, let's have a look at Bitcoin and think about what this current move is doing. So yesterday, we've had a nice little push up still as a result of this whole Federal Reserve monetary policy, 0.75 basis point. What the hell is going on here? So we've got higher inflation, bigger rate hikes, negative GDP, aka a recession, yet we are still moving up. The world is not really making sense anymore. So the only thing we've got left now is to judge everything by the TA. And the TA currently doesn't look particularly bad, I have to say. So we'll just take it on face value. Also, just a quick side note, the old bot account has grown to 2,300 more or less, give or take. Started with the $1,000 about 6 weeks ago. Not yet created any more bots. Closed those all down just over a week ago, and blah 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 blah. But don't worry, if you're members of the Patreon, I'll let you all know what I'm doing. But I've bought back the KCS, and now I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. I might even sell a bit more to buy back later. I'm trying to be as clever as I can, really, with that balance. Anyway, let's get back onto Bitcoin. So Bitcoin yesterday retested that 10 exponential moving average on the daily. That's a bullish thing, right? This is actually pretty bullish to get above there and bounce from it in the way that it has done. If we think about the size of that bounce, even to where we are right now, that's a 7% bounce. We're selling off a little bit at the moment. We've got no bearish divergence on the higher term timeframes, which is good. The MACD is crossing and diverging back above the 0 point, showing extended momentum here on the daily, which is all good. So we'll have to bring it down to a lower term time frame to see if there's anything to be concerned about. RSI over here, this is a little bit of bearish divergence, ever so slightly bearish divergence, and to be honest with you, the RSI is actually pretty high, which would warrant a bit of a pullback on this one at this stage now. So I'm not saying that it has to, but if it were to, we'd be looking for that 23,200 area, or maybe even higher, to be the support. We could sustain a further pullback to where that 10 exponential is on the daily. You can see the wick down here, nice big wick, so it's effectively 22,600 as well. We could entertain a wick down to those lower levels as well. That's fine. We've now got ourselves a second golden cross, which is also good. So we spoke about this after this golden cross. So golden cross, bullish retest. Can we penetrate and break through this? No, we couldn't. Okay, we come down. We're looking for a bearish retest. We got the parabolic move off the back of Federal Reserve. Now we've got a golden cross. It's very common, I would say, very common to see the second golden cross being the one of conviction. Now, as I was saying yesterday, this move is more or less born out of everything moving together. Traditional markets, the lot, stocks, everything moving because, for whatever reason, 75 basis point with a little bit of time off from the Fed, it has given the markets the impression of health, right? So you can have a party now. Parents are going away for a week or a month or two. You've got the whole house to yourself, and it's like Macaulay Culkin at Christmas. They're going crazy, and fine, I'm okay with that. But like I say, the situation in the bigger broader picture isn't particularly bullish, effectively a confirmed recession as far as textbook definition is concerned, and high inflation with higher rate hikes. This is what a simulated reality looks like, to be honest with you. Someone has cheated the system. There's a glitch in the matrix. But either way, the TA still looks reasonably good, and I would at this stage be looking for a bit of a pullback and a retest. And like I say, these are the areas to think of if you're looking to buy a dip, or just be interested to see if we can hold 23,200, and then this wick low of yesterday, which was about 22,500 or 600, which is the 10 exponential still on the daily. Closures below there, I would start to get concerned for a full-on retest of your golden cross, 22,000, and obviously we can't really afford to break down below this support. This is where we got concerned before, because we broke down below it, so I started to strongly entertain the idea of coming down to this level. And again, I have to say it again, it's got to be said, like as much as I am bullish because we have now created a higher high on these lower term time frames, as in we've broken this down structure, we've broken out of this descending trend line, we've broken out of this horizontal trend line, we've broken out of a lot of things, and we are looking quite good. It has been, created, this move isn't specifically a Bitcoin move. This move is because of what the old men at the table have said and how all markets have reacted to it. So you just have to accept that for what it is. If we were to be watching this going all the way down as far as TA is concerned, at the level that we bounced from and moved up from, it wouldn't have made sense. And we all know that the reason it did move up was because of somebody said something on the telly, and everything moved up as a result of that. That's the world we're living in right now, okay? So I made a video about it yesterday, more or less saying be skeptical of where this might go because of the nature of how it's been, this move has been born. But while it's going on, very short-term time frames are tradable, and obviously for people like you and me, for the most part, we've bought much lower than this anyway, so we're quite happy to watch it move. Altcoins, obviously, slightly, well, I wouldn't say slightly, a lot more risk, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, this is one thing that you might be excited about if you're anything like me, but again, you have to take it with a pinch of salt because of the way that it's been born. There's your cross above the cloud, and here's your Chiku span above the price, and obviously the price is above the cloud, and that means a continuation of a trend signal, right? Normally. But because of how it's been contrived, we had a negative cross followed by a positive cross. You have to be slightly skeptical of that, but that's what it means. And so that cross was born on this candle body close and open, which means that entry point was 23,100, which is more or less the horizontal wick here, horizontal trend line here. And that would mean that any entry point here should be at least guaranteed a move up before we get told to get out, and the get out would be when this touches price, or we get a negative cross, or a blue cross or red. So I'm not in any way suggesting buy Bitcoin, the trend is up forever. That's not what I'm saying, because this is just a 12-hourly, and it was a bit of a contrived signal, but that's what the signal says, that's what it means. Maybe we could look at that and go, okay, fair enough. If I didn't point it out to people, you might think I missed it. I haven't missed it. I just don't particularly believe it because of the way that the moves have gone. So I'm not like a perma bear. I am a realistic trader, I have to say. I'm realistic about everything. And yeah, there was only one dip that I bought prior to all of this, which is KCS. Because I'm just trying to increase that bot account, to show that I can turn 1,000 into, tens of thousands down the line, Did it before, I'm going to do it again. So I'm paying closer attention to the bot account just to prove a point that I can do 1,000 to 50,000 again. But for the most part, from my larger trading side of things, I actually took chips off the table on my stocks. Obviously, I've been accumulating Bitcoin through all the entire move down from 40,000, and then obviously the alt seasons that we've had in the last couple of months. I've created a lot more Bitcoin through better or through worse, and it has been a decent trading environment over the last 7 or 8 weeks. But moving into what happened with the Fed, I thought, I'm just going to play it safe. I don't want to see these, all these percents, these hundreds of percents that I've made over the last 8 weeks just disappear. I'm going to bank them, and then I'll wait for a brighter day. So in hindsight, obviously it would have been a good gamble, but I don't gamble with large amounts of money, right? I just don't do it. A lottery ticket is enough anxiety for me. So the best thing for me to do is to sit down and wait and see if this trend holds and establishes itself, and other opportunities come out of that. That's something that we will be looking at tonight on the live stream. We're doing a Patreon live stream tonight. We will see if there are actual opportunities after this move, or if the best thing to do is to sit back and wait and see if this settles. I honestly think the best thing to do would just be to allow this move to do what it wants to do, whether it moves up to our targets of 26,000 or maybe even 27,899, and then see if we can catch an actual trend that's born out of this. As far as the normal Bitcoin market cycle is concerned, this is just probably the move that we were anticipating as we broke out from here, that's going to move us up to 26,500. And then after that, it could quite easily sink all the way back down again, because the cycle isn't due to end and start a brand new bull market until at least September, probably more like November. And that doesn't mean that the low isn't in over here. It just means that, continuation, up and away, it's 50-50 from here. I know this cycle's been completely different to before. We effectively are, in many ways, hugely oversold even at this level, but it doesn't mean that we can't perform in a completely different way and go down to much lower lows. We're already lower than most people ever expected, including myself, and it's nice to see us finally back above that 200 weekly moving average. But a rejection on the 10 exponential on the weekly is also a place of slight concern, because if you think back about how this has performed on the 10 exponential on the weekly since we broke down, so we sold a lot around here, just around here, to be honest with you, when Omicron came around, and since then the 10 exponential has been a big problem for us. Bang, all the way down. You can measure these just for dramatic effect. So a big touch on your 10 all the way down to this low over here. That was a 37% move, and then these ones rejected here and here, bang, all the way down, a small period above it, and then the last time we were rejected from it quite significantly was here, which brought us effectively all the way down to what size was that? 58%. So we have to respect that the 10 exponential, while being rejected from it, can have dramatic consequences. I'm not here to ruin your day. I just want you to recognize that this is the main trend right now, all the way down. This is the main trend, and until we start to see things turn around on a weekly term time frame, should generally expect this trend to continue, or at least stay down at these lower levels. If anyone was or has ever looked at the Bitcoin chart and recognized what it means to capitulate, which this could be the capitulation, it generally means that we stay down for a fair amount of time. There's your capitulation. We had some serious runs. I watched this happen. I didn't get in at the bottom of Bitcoin. I got in around this level when we reclaimed the 10 exponential. So I didn't go crazy. I bought below 4,000, but I needed to see. I needed confirmation. I don't want to see us being below a 10 exponential. As you can see, bang, it's horrible. Being below it, finally above it, that's more like it. 3,800. I'll go for it. That's for me. And it's the same vibe as what's going on right now. We are below it. And I've just shown you how dramatic it can be when you're below a 10 exponential on a weekly. Anyway, I'm going to leave with you there. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream. If you want to join the Patreon, links in the description below. And yeah. Have a nice day. Take it easy.